In 2023, the NSPCC said that online grooming of children and young people had risen by something like 80%.
Think it's impossible to make the internet safer for children? Think again.
I'm Professor of Cybercrime and Criminal Justice at the University of East London. We've been aware of different types of online harms for probably about 20 years, I would say. We could be thinking about, for example, cyberbullying, sexually motivated online harassment, online hate and racism as well, and also child sexual abuse.
Say for gaming, you see things about people asking for their information and don't just trust everything you see.
I think for younger children as well, because if they're online and they see things that probably are not for their age group, is going to be not nice for them, and you could probably be traumatized by them.
Research is really important into online harm, so we know what we're dealing with as we think about what policies we need in order to help keep young people safe online.
One of the most impactful pieces of research that I've worked on with the University of East London was CC Driver. We conducted the largest survey of its kind of 8,000 young people across 8 European countries, which of course there's so many findings from that, which will be used to understand how we can prevent young people from falling into risky or criminal behaviours online.
Research undertaken at the University of East London is recognised as world leading. Our work has been described as gold standard by the European Commission. For example, we work very collaboratively with the National Crime Agency, and they've recently used the findings from our youth cybercrime research. It certainly has influenced their policy, and they've commented on the extent to which it has.
One of the most impactful pieces of work that I've conducted was a piece of research that was funded by the NSPCC and the Children's Commissioner. And the study focused on understanding how online pornography impacts the perception and behaviour of children and young people. We've managed to engage with over 2,000 young people. And that had a massive, and I say it with a smile, a massive impact in the way in which the government now has, crafted and developed the Online Safety Act.
In 2019, we were invited to develop an evidence-based child online protection policy by the government of Rwanda. And we worked very collaboratively in country, in Rwanda, with key stakeholders, including children and young people, and the policy was implemented by the government of Rwanda in 2019.
I think the University of East London's research impact is great. I'm very familiar with Julia Davidson's work. I've got great admiration for the work that she does. She did some work recently where we worked together looking at the metaverse.
From the work that we did here with University of East London, it really was the first of its kind, bringing children's voices to the forefront in social virtual reality. An alarmingly high number of children statistically are already experiencing harm in these social virtual reality spaces or metaverse.
As technology grows, as it evolves, then the type of harms that are experienced online also evolve with changes in technology. The UEL Child Online Harms Policy think tank has been set up for us to make sure that the findings we produce from our research inform policy. So what we want to do through the think tank is to work very closely with MPs just to make sure that policy remains informed by evidence.
Research is really important in that policy space. We absolutely want to make sure that we are helping shape the environment, the digital environment, which is so popular with children and young people in their best interest. And we want young people's voice to have an impact. We had one young person say to us, in fact, he was our keynote speaker and he was 14, and he said, "Every generation's experience of youth is different, and ours is framed by social media."
Think it's impossible to make the internet safer for children? Think again. We're helping shape policy that keeps young people safe online.